And welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas here with Allie Bussey, president of Visit Canton. We left with the Butterfly House and all the fun things going on in Alliance. We didn't get to some of the other small little areas and tucked away fun around the corner one tank trip things to do here. So I'm going to just hand it right back to you.
Okay, sure. So let's go to Canal Fulton. And, really for me, that's if you're an active adventure kind of person, Canal Fulton is truly the place to be, with the Towpath Trail, which goes through Massillon and Navarre as well. But it's really has a lot going on right there in Canal Fulton. You have the canal boat right there where you can actually take horse-drawn canal boat rides. A lot of people don't know that you can even do that, and it's one of the very few places left in the nation you can absolutely do that. They have some really unique shopping, and then one of my other favorites there is Sluggers and Putters.
Yes.
I love Sluggers and Putters, and not only, I know a lot of people have been there before, but if you haven't been in a while, he has gotten a hold of all sorts of cool vintage amusement rides. So he has a little baby roller coaster and a Ferris wheel on top of the great mini golf and go-karts and bumper boats and all the other great stuff he has.
It seems like every year he adds one more thing and somehow is able to get the old things from Mother Goose Land and just some of those old things that we remember growing up.
Yes.
How fun that there's little baby rides now.
It's so cute. I was just there the other day and totally blown away. And then Clay's Park is out there.
Right.
And Clay's Park, a great family resort for swimming and camping, but they do a lot of fantastic events as well. They do the Warrior Dash series. They have Country Music Festival, just to name a few. So, and the Yankee Peddler Festival.
Oh, yes.
In September, that draws like 30,000 people to town over those 3 weekends.
So amazing. Yeah. And now we've got lots of cruise-ins coming up all over the place. Can you touch on some of those?
Oh, my. I think every community almost seems to have one. The largest one that I know of is Massillon, and that's always in June. And Massillon has a great downtown. If you haven't been in downtown Massillon, they have a lot of great little shops anchored all by the Massillon Museum, which puts on fantastic events. They have their Island Party in July. So you have the cruise-in, the Island Party, and then they have Kids Fest in August. So Massillon's a great community for that. McKinley Museum does the cruise-in through history cruise-in show right along the monument. So how cool is that as a backdrop? You have the monument in the background with all the cars. Gervasi does a great cruise-in. Maids Valley does a great cruise-in. So wine and cruise-in sounds like a plan.
It's just amazing what all is happening here. You know what? I'm sitting here dumbfounded is you are doing all of this with no notes.
Oh, well, thanks.
That's remarkable.
Well, thank you. I think when you see it as much as we do, it kind of just becomes part of your soul, I suppose.
Well, it's just coming out without any trouble at all.
Well, thanks.
And really impressive. You are a walking encyclopedia of everything going on in our area. So I want to narrow it down now because we do have one of the most exciting things as far as economic impact and the future of our community, and it's basically Hall of Fame Village. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. If you could have told me 10 years ago that this would be coming to our community, I wouldn't have even believed it. But I'm so fortunate. I think we all are so blessed to be in our community right now to see it coming to fruition. If you're driving down 77, you can see that this is reality. And, having the ability to be part of a lot of those conversations, it blows my mind. Even though I've seen the presentation a million times and been part of the conversation for almost 2 years now, I'm still blown away and can't even wrap my mind around what it's going to mean to our community.
Let's talk a little bit about David Baker and his vision for that. It's almost like it's like that man was called by God to come to this community for such a time as this. Right when you hear that last one out of Canton turn out the lights and people saying, "Oh, we're losing young people, we're losing jobs." Suddenly, on a dime, this has turned around. Touch on that a bit.
I know. And David Baker truly is the most inspirational man I've ever had the pleasure to know. And his faith truly is one of the things that I enjoy most about him. I mean, my faith is super important to me. And to hear him in meetings quote scripture and to hear him say that, he truly felt called to do this. Wow. I just think when you have that type of godly power and is a part of the mission, that's really when things can happen. And he is a truly great man, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for what he's doing. And he truly is doing it for what's best for our community.
I agree.
He's selfless.
Yeah. Let's talk about his vision for what Hall of Fame Village is going to entail. Maybe take us through some of the stages.
Sure. So right now what you're seeing is Tom Benson Stadium being redone. The whole half of the stands will be complete. I know we get that question a lot. Well, will everything be ready for the enshrinement in the game? Absolutely. They will not miss that chance. So that half of the stands will be done, as well as this summer they will actually have some of those auxiliary fields open, which for us at the Convention and Visitors Bureau, that's really huge business. Youth and amateur sports is a huge market all throughout actually the nation. I mean, Cedar Point just said that they're opening a whole sports complex up there. Down in Cincinnati, there's a huge sports comp. So for us to have something of that caliber here itself will really be a game changer, not to even attach to this powerful Hall of Fame and NFL brand. That's going to even catapult us even higher. Then you'll have the hotel and the conference center breaking ground. And then I know you've probably heard about the Center for Excellence.
Yes.
That will have all sorts of officiating and Coaches University, Hall of Fame University, corporate excellence training. And then, which I think is the most sweet, is the last phase, which will have Legends Landing, which is where, those retired players who are a little bit down on their luck have a place to land and to be remembered and to be part of our community. So I think that's truly an exciting, I can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's kind of an amazing thought that, honestly, it's the Disneyland or Disney World model for professional football and athletics, and in support of all sports and excellence.
Excellent.
Coming right here to our community, and then sky's the limit.
And what I think is the most neat is that they're building it on the pillars of their mission. So whether you know everything about football or are a huge fan or not, you can support what it stands for. Excellence, commitment, integrity. So whether you're a musician or a football lover, like all of those things transcend.
And what they've got is something for every member of the family. I love the idea of the indoor 3D amusement park type experiences.
NFL experience.
Talk about that a bit.
You know what? I don't know exactly what that's going to shake out to be. So I know that will be one of the second part of the phase. But everything I've seen, it's interactive beyond belief. So it really can personalize that experience for every member of the family and give them something they can take back, treasure, a memory. Because that's what we're here to do, is create memories, create experiences. That's what you remember most about traveling, is how you felt and what you experienced.
So what you've just described for us is all phase one.
The hotel is phase one.
Okay.
I always get the numbers confused.
And then some of these things are, it's in waves. It's a throwing the pebble into the river and
it's
watching
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then more and more and more. Now, for you, you were also kind of probably on a bit of a hot seat as far as some people in the community who like things the way they are. How have you navigated that, Allie?
You know what? I truly haven't felt that way. I have to be quite honest. And maybe it's my own naivete, but I truly am a person that likes to always look forward. And I'm always mindful and respectful of the history and what has happened. But I truly think there are too many opportunities right now. To not seize them would be a huge mistake. So, I think we think strategically at our team, but we're always have our eye in the future. And we want to be the leaders, not the followers. And we truly hope that if we act with integrity and with the best interest of the community in mind, even if you'll disagree, you'll sit back and either see what we've got to offer, and hopefully you'll join us.
And everyone will benefit by it.
Yeah.
They might be grumpy about it, but they'll still
But hopefully they'll come around. I think that's my always thing. They'll come around.
Right. Well, everyone's got their perspective, and it's good to honor that and to be respectful of everyone's perspective.
Yeah.
It will be very interesting to see our own community. This is such a game changer.
Yeah.
We are moving into the center of the NFL universe. And,
absolutely. Why would we not want to take advantage of that? And
amazing.
And I know that everyone, like you said, there are always naysayers, but I would much rather have all of this exciting vitality come to our community than to have nothing, because then it would be a totally different conversation you'd be having.
That's such a good point. What's the alternative You can either
Right.
be a visionary and be trying to make some plans, or
Right.
or what's the alternative? Why would you want to choose to, nothing's happening?
Right. I would
go
rather
that
live in a
direct-
community where like, woohoo, we have more stuff than we know what to do with.
So let's talk about the brain drain that we've heard so much about. You are doing everything in your power to be able to bring, not just to keep people here, but also bring others here. How do you do that?
Well,
How do you do your job?
How do I do my job? Well, it's funny because what you just described, we lovingly call as the halo effect. So if you go to a place as a visitor and you like it, you're much more apt to get a job there and hopefully move there. So for us, having attractive and quality experiences that drive people here to have be a destination also will drive people here to live and work. So for us, that's why we think that travel and tourism is not just a fluffy industry that's, oh, this is some extra money on the side. It's really a crucial component. It's the same thing as there's nothing to do here, people don't want to stay here. So we really work with all of our destinations to try to encourage them to be cutting edge and to tell their story in a way that really is enticing to the younger generation. And we all know that, you know, the millennial generation and beyond really like different types of medium than people my age or my parents' age. So for us, it's really staying up on trends and how to talk to these people. But we're really lucky because there's a lot of young entrepreneurs who've started investing in those type of experiences that those millennials and everyone really can take advantage of. The great, you know, art scene that's happening, the great restaurant revival in downtown Canton and the other downtowns, and you know, the great shopping that we have even here at Belden Village and up in Hartville. We really have a lot of amazing assets. And Bob Font over at Stark Parks would tell you
Yes.
that having this massive and quality trail system, that active adventure is really important to the younger generation to have these avenues to get out. So we really are in a good spot.
Wow, we are blessed. As you're talking about the young people, we spoke about how many national monuments there are here. But my goodness, look, how many people have like 5 colleges and universities right there in their area?
Absolutely.
And that ties you in with the young people, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And also many ways for them to get involved. Let's talk about all of the great volunteer opportunities there are to work for, and volunteer at the Enshrinement Festival or the Blues Fest or, Hall of Fame weekend. There's just so many great ways to get involved in your community. And I think connectivity and connection to your community is the best you can do.
Give us that website one more time.
Visit Canton.com.
Allie Bussey, thanks so much for joining us on Our Community.